Hey guys, this is the second video for The Times They Are A-Changin' by Bob Dylan. Now basically all I have left to do is give you the transitions between each verse, and then we'll be done. Now there is one chord that you haven't learned yet, and it's a C add 9. The other chords that you've already learned are G, E minor, the normal C chord, and the G chord, and the A minor chord. But this C add 9 is a new one, so we're going to throw that one in there. Now the way I like to play this chord, if memory serves me correctly, is you're going to play the 3rd fret on the skinny E string and the B string with your pinky and your 3rd finger. Now the G string is open, but the D string is played on the 2nd fret with your 1st finger, and then your middle finger is going to play the 3rd fret of the A string. Okay, and you don't play the thick E string, so it's starting at the A string, it's 3rd fret, the D string is 2nd fret, the G is open, the B string is 3rd fret, and the E string is 3rd fret. Okay? Now, what we're going to do here is I'm just going to give you the chord progressions, okay? Now, just to lay it out for you, you've got the song beginning with its first verse, which we already learned, and remember, every verse in the song, there's 5 of them, they are all exactly the same, so the chord progressions don't change within the verses. Okay, so for each one of those 5 verses, the chord progression that you learned in the first video is the same, but the transitions in between them change up a little bit. Okay, so after you have your first verse, then you have a few chords before you start the second verse, and those chords are going to be in this order. It's going to be G, E minor, C add 9, and then G. And basically the way you're going to play it is just going to be like this. Okay? And you go into the next verse. So after you play the second verse, we've got our second transition. Now what that's going to be, it's going to be a little bit longer. It's going to be like this. So you might want to write these down. It's going to be G, E minor, C add 9, G, then G again, then D, then the normal C chord, then G, and then D 4 times in a row. So, okay, so if I'm playing it, after that second verse ends, then I'm going to play this. Okay, so that's basically how you're going to play that. Now, after you're done with the 3rd verse, we've got our next transition. It's a little bit shorter, and it's just going to be G, D, G, D, G. So G, D, G, D, G, and you're into the next verse after that. So now we've got the transition between the 4th and the 5th verses. Okay, this goes in between those two. It's another long one. So I'm just going to call out the chord names again. If you want to, write them down so you've got those to look at. But it's going to be G, E minor, C add 9, then G, G again, then D, then C, then G, then D, then D again, then G, then E minor, then C add 9, and then G 4 times in a row. Okay? Now I'm repeating those chords sometimes because I want you to know exactly how long to play them for, because it can be hard to hear the chord changes sometimes because there's a harmonica playing over all of the transitions. So that's why I'm saying G 4 times in a row or D twice, so you know exactly how long to play them. So for instance, that transition now, between the 4th and the 5th verse is going to sound like this. G, E minor, C add 9, C add 9, G, G, D, C, G, D, D, G, E minor, C at 9, G, 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 G. Okay? Now, we have one more part to learn. It's really not a transition, it's just the outro. There's going to be a chord progression played at the end of the song that fades out, and that's what this is right here. So after you complete the 5th verse, then it's going to be G, E minor, C, G. And then you're going to do it again, and it's really going to fade out here. So G, E minor, C, G. Okay? And that's basically all that was left in the song. So that's the entire thing. And I hope you enjoyed the video series for this song. But that's it. So if you're comfortable making these chord changes and playing them, I would suggest trying to sing along with this one, because Bob Dylan is a really good songwriter. His lyrics are always really good, I think. So this is a good one to actually sing with. So I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck playing.